Hudson River from New York City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Barkley. Only able to get it to his own 20 after breaking through the contact. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut him down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Let's go now.
To throw again on second down. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Azeez Ojulari pushing in and dropping it.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Looking in zone for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Jones. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Throwing Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Giants are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on third down. Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And the Giants are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. We're scoreless after one. First and goal from just inside the 5. Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. He's at the 40. The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got Bellinger. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. Touchdown! Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. And
Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Right here, 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26. Up the middle with Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gano the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Down the numbers. There he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Bears.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Giants. 56 yards. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Looking to throw. Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Jones throwing on 4th down. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones now in motion left. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Two and now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got it down to the 28.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jones now. Throwing on 3rd and long. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just...
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. We are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Tua to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Now Tua. Complete. Pollard. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense's as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And that